Mineral metabolism. A new chapter, the biochemistry of mineral metabolism, and very important chapter. But in this chapter, the thing will be that it will be a more theoretical way compared to any kind of practical aspects or other things. Not in a diagrammatic manner, only with thinking about what are the dietary sources, from where the food intake, what is that, and what is the normal value, what are the pathogenesis and other things. There was no such kind of mechanism and diagrammatic manners for understanding the concept. It is not there in this chapter. Okay, mineral metabolism. The word itself representing that how the minerals are getting metabolized inside your body. That means that minerals and vitamins you will get to your dietary sources. Okay. So whenever you are having a food stuff, that food stuff is going to turn up into the gland and it is reaching to the intestine. There the reabsorption mechanism is taking place at the level of the duodenum and intestinal level. All the wanted minerals and nutrients they are going to get reabsorbed, and unwanted excreta is going to get excreted out of the body. So in this circumstance, we are going to deal with this chapter. Now, mineral perform several vital functions which are absolutely essential for the very existence of the organism, any kind of organism. If we are talking about the organisms, it can be any organism, but particularly we are talking about the humans over here. Okay? For any human to get survival, they should be having a proper amount of the minerals inside their body for their proper functions. That's the thing we are going to deal with today. Now, the minerals can be divided into two types. That is principal elements, also known as macro elements. It is very important to know because sometimes in the examination, they will going to ask you about the trace element, principal elements, like that they will going to ask. So, principal elements, also known as macro elements, and the second category is the micro minerals, or else it can also be called as trace element. And repeatedly, essay it has been asked. Explain the trace elements of the body. Trace elements. Principal elements भी बोलते हैं अपन, macro elements भी बोलते हैं. Second thing is micro minerals or trace elements. Okay, how you are categorizing it? Now, you can see that if there is a greater than 100 milligrams per day, the consumption you should consume that thing greater than 100 grams per grams per day, then it will be falling under the major and macro elements. Principal elements किसको बोलते हैं अपन? जिसको आप 100 ग्राम से ज़्यादा डेली लेना, 100 ग्राम से कम नहीं, 100 ग्राम से ज़्यादा कंपल्सरी लेना आपकी डाइटरी सोर्स. तो ऐसे elements these are very essential for your body, as well as you need to take at least 100 grams per day. Those kind of elements will be called as the principal elements or macro elements. ठीक है? Vice versa, if you are going to see less than 100 milligrams per day, less than 100 milligrams per day. If the consumption of that thing, if the requirement of that particular minerals less than 100 milligrams per day है, तो ऐसे चीज़ क्या बोलेंगे आप? Micro elements. दो differences है macro और micro में. क्या है? First difference क्या है? If you need to take 100 मिलीग्राम से बढ़ के आपको डेली डोसेस में रखना चाहिए, ठीक है. सेकंड थिंग, 100 ग्राम से लेस भी लिया तो चलता है. दो काइंड ऑफ एलिमेंट विल बी कॉल्ड एज मैक्रो एंड माइक्रो. माइक्रो एलिमेंट्स आल्सो नोन एज प्रिंसिपल एलिमेंट्स, माइक्रो एलिमेंट्स आल्सो नोन एज ट्रेस एलिमेंट्स. ओके, नाउ देयर आर 7 प्रिंसिपल एलिमेंट्स आर देयर, दैट इज कैल्शियम, फास्फोरस, मैग्नीशियम, सोडियम, पोटेशियम, क्लोराइड एंड सल्फर. सिर्फ 7 ही है. कैल्शियम, फास्फोरस, मैग्नीशियम, सोडियम, पोटेशियम, क्लोराइड एंड सल्फर. Whereas in the essential elements, iron, copper, iodine, manganese. Magnesium एक अलग चीज है, manganese एक अलग चीज है. There are two different things are there. मैग्नीशियम अलग चीज है, मैग्नीज, जिंक, मोलिब्डेनम. अच्छा, मोलिब्डेनम को और क्या बोलते हैं अपन? हाँ, अदर नेम फॉर द मोलिब्डेनम. What you can say? Other name? Manam. Cobalt, fluorine, सिलीनियम एंड क्रोमियम, ठीक है, एसेंशियल एलिमेंट। चलिए फर्स्ट वी विल टॉकिंग अबाउट द कैल्शियम। अच्छा, ये पूरे जो प्रिंसिपल एलिमेंट्स और जो ट्रेस एलिमेंट्स है ना, इसका आप एक डायग्रामेटिक मैनर भी बना के पढ़ सकते। इसको एक डायग्रामेटिक बना के भी पढ़ सकते, थ्योरेटिकल पार्ट के जैसा नहीं भी पढ़ना चाहते। चलिए, the first element we are going to talk about from the principal element is the calcium, and the major sources, there are other sources are also there. Major sources are the milk products, leafy vegetables, it is also rich in the calcium. कौन से भी अब आप जो भी चीज पढ़ेंगे, whether it may be principal elements or other trace elements, आप ऐसे पढ़ेंगे, their sources, major source from where it is, their absorption, dietary requirement, function, pathogenesis. ऐसे पढ़ेगा, whatever the minerals we are going to deal in this manner only. ठीक है? Now we will talk about the major source, that is milk products, leafy vegetables. Their absorption it is happening mostly in the duodenum. चलिए, daily requirement it is 0.8 to 1.0 grams per day. वो मिलीग्राम्स पर डे था, ठीक है, मिलीग्राम्स इज मोर और ग्राम्स मोर, ग्राम्स इज मोर। डेली रिक्वायरमेंट इज 0.8 to 1.0 grams per day. That's the reason it is called under the category of principal element, grams per day. बात यही है, समझ में, मोर देन 100 मिलीग्राम्स है ना, ये ग्राम्स में आ गया, मोर देन 100। चलिए, it is the most abundant among mineral. What do you mean by the abundant? abundant किसको बोलेंगे अपन?
सबसे ज़्यादा।
abundant एक अलग चीज है, वो वैसे restricted area, abundant ज़्यादा चीज। most abundant among mineral, the total content in your body it is 1 to 1.5 kilo calcium it is present, because 99% they are present in the bone and the teeth. दांतों में और हड्डियों में आपकी कैल्शियम, तो पूरा दांतों और हड्डियों का कैल्शियम निकाल के अगर वेट करें आप एक नॉर्मल ह्यूमन में, जब कभी भी अपन यहाँ पे नॉर्मल ह्यूमन, व्हाट इज द आइडियल वेट? 75 शुड बी कंसीडर्ड एज द आइडियल वेट। 65 अगर अपन सब बोले तो वुमेन्स के लिए, मेंस के लिए अगर कभी भी अपन मेडिकल फील्ड में अगर बात करें, द आइडियल वेट शुड बी कैलकुलेटेड 75, ठीक है। Now here we are talking about the ideal weight, that means that 1 to 1.5 kilo calcium will be present in an ideal human, ठीक है। We'll talk about the function, biochemical function. Now as it has been said that 99% they are going to present the bone and the teeth, that means that 99 function they will be related to the bone and the teeth, ठीक है। Now the first function is development of the bone and teeth. Calcium along with the phosphate it is required for the formation of hydroxyapatite help in the cavities. What do you mean by the cavities? Cavities, मसोड़ों में cavity नहीं बोलते, cavities,
टीथ में होल,
जी टीथ में
इन्फेक्शन में
होल्स आ जाना, getting the holes inside that. These calcium along with the phosphate, if they are going to make, they will make the product called hydroxyapatite, which is helping us to fill in the cavities. ठीक है। Apart from that, it is also helpful. It is required for the osteoblast. What is the osteoblast? Osteoblast means bone formation. They are responsible for making your cavity to get freed up, as well as they are also responsible for making the bone inside your body. ठीक है, that process will be called as the osteoblast. यहाँ दो टर्म्स के बारे में बात हुई बच्चों, osteoblast, osteoclast. क्लास्ट सिर्फ सी का डिफरेंस है। osteoblast means formation of the bone formation inside your body. osteoclast means demineralization of the bone, that means that bone is losing its structure, ठीक है। यहाँ सिर्फ डिफरेंशिएशन बताने के लिए वहां पे लिखा है। ओके, ऑस्टियोब्लास्ट इसको बोलेंगे फॉर्मेशन ऑफ द बोन, Osteoclast, deformation, demineralization of the bone. Okay. Now, second thing, muscle contraction. Calcium along with the troponin C. अब आपको मालूम है troponin C. What do you mean by the troponin C? What do you mean by the troponin C? What is the role of the troponin C? It will be acting as a indicator in cases of myocardial infarctions. Troponin C, troponin I, troponin T. ये indicators है हमारे. ठीक है? Now, calcium with troponin C, it is responsible to trigger the muscle contraction. Contraction of the muscles. Okay. Blood coagulation. Calcium reaction in the cascade depend on the several reaction in the cascade. यहाँ पे cascade बात हो रही है तो blood coagulation cascade. Factor number 12 it is activating the factor number 11. Factor number 11 it is activating the factor number 9. So how the mechanism it is happening? देखिए all that mechanism get smoothly get handled. The calcium should be there in between. अगर कैल्शियम मैकेनिज्म ऑफ कोagulation के कैस्केड के अगर बीच में रहा तो स्मूथली द कोagulation cascade can be worked. That's the reason they are saying that several reaction in the blood coagulation cascade it's depend on the calcium. So in many cases, you know, when we are treating with the EDTA, it will be acting as chelating agent. What they will do? They will trap the calciums. Anticoagulants करते हैं क्या? How they will stop the coagulation? They will trap the calcium so that the mechanism of the blood coagulation can be slowed down. आपका EDTA है, इसके अंदर होता क्या होगा? EDTA clotting anticoagulant यूज कर रहा. What the EDTA will do? They will going to trap the calcium. That's the reason EDTA अगर बॉटल में अगर आप कैल्शियम लेवल चेक करें उसके प्लाज्मा से कैल्शियम लेवल लो दिखते हैं. Why? Because the calcium has got trapped with the EDTA, so that the mechanism of the coagulation can be slowed down. चलिए. Nerve transmission. Calcium is necessary for the transmission of nerve impulses. What do you mean by the nerve impulses? Signaling between the two nerves. So calcium it is also responsible. Now release of hormone. Insulin, parathormone, calcitonin. Facilitated by the calcium. It is not only acting on the muscle contraction, blood coagulation, nerve transmission, but it is also responsible for the releasing of hormone by acting as a mediator. Okay. Action on heart, action on myocardium, prolonged systole. If too much of calcium is there, then you can able to see the prolonged systole. अगर इसमें पूरे जितना आपको याद नहीं भी रहे, no worries, ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है all the point you should remember. Maximum आप क्या लिख सकते हैं? Formation of the bone, formation of the vein आप लिख सकते हैं. Blood coagulation cascade आप लिख सकते हैं. Nerve coagulation आप लिख सकते हैं. Troponin C आप लिख सकते हैं. बस है. ठीक है? Now moving to the second thing, it is a very important. Now it is very very important. Now the normal calcium serum level of the calcium it is 9 to 11 milligrams per deciliter in the blood. If I am talking about the serum, I must be talking about the blood. आपके ह्यूमन में सर्कुलेशन में 9 to 11 milligrams per deciliter the normal plasma calcium level. ठीक है? ये रिपीटेडली पूछा what is the normal value for the calcium other things in the examination. Now what if you are going to see the pie chart diagram, in that it has been mentioned that अगर आपकी बॉडी 100% कैल्शियम ली, example you have taken the calcium, all the calcium was there in the circulation, only 50% of your calcium will be from the form of ionized calcium. ठीक है? And they are diffusible in the blood. आप कैल्शियम कितना भी ले लिए, 100 ग्राम कैल्शियम लिया, 50 ग्राम से आपका ब्लड सर्कुलेशन में आता. Other 50 they will go into complex with the citrate, phosphate and the bicarbonate, and other 40% they will bound with the protein, and these 40% and 39% it is not diffusible form. That means that simple way में बोलता हूँ मैं आपको, अगर आप 100% कैल्शियम ले लिया, 50% ही आपके ब्लड में आता एक्चुअल कैल्शियम. Other 50% they will bind with the citrate, phosphate or bicarbonate, or they will bind with the protein and they will have other functions. ठीक है? That's the reason 9 to 11 milligrams per deciliter plasma calcium है. It is only the ionized calcium. It is not the true calcium. what I am trying to fix in your mind, whenever we are talking about the plasma calcium levels, that means that only we are talking about the 50% calcium level, 9 to 11. The other calciums are trapped with other substances. ठीक है? It is not the total calcium level. It is the ionized calcium level. That is more important. Ionized blood calcium level. They are freely ionized, free. They are moving, charging part. Total calcium concentration. नहीं ऐसा नहीं. यूनिट कितना बॉन्ड होता है किससे हम क्या देख बाइकार्बोनेट किसमें काम में आता है ब्लड ग्लूकोज में क्या आता है फॉस्फेट भी ब्लड ग्लूकोज में सिट्रेट भी आता है एंटीऑक्सीडेंट प्रोटीन्स बॉन्डिंग बिटवीन द बिल्डिंग ऑफ अदर थिंग्स होता है ठीक है. Now coming to the certain factors are there regulating the plasma calcium level. There are factors are there which is regulating. What do you mean by regulation? Promoting the calcium activity. They are promoting. ठीक है. First one is the calciferol or 1,25 dihydroxycalciferol, cholecalciferol. आप ये sachets भी देखे होंगे जो लोग used to have the osteoporosis. After 40 the demineralization going to get happen. ठीक है. The doctor used to prescribe these kind of sachets so that they can have a fulfill requirement of the calcium level. What they will do? These are the active form of vitamin D. Calciferol and the one calciferol का दूसरा नाम is 125 dihydroxycholecalciferol. ठीक है. These are the factors which are regulating the calcium level inside your body. So if the proper reabsorption of the calcium is not, after 40s में क्या हो जाएगा मालूम है आपका digestive system weak होना शुरू हो जाएगा. तो क्या होगा इसी वजह से they will know you will be having the calcium but there are not certain ions are there which is trapping the and bringing back. So what they will do, the doctor they used to prescribe this kind of tablet. They don't itself regulate the they don't increase the calcium but they increase the reabsorption of the calcium inside your body. Calciferol 125 dihydroxycholecalciferol. What they will do? They will try to reabsorb. These will be acting as an active form of the vitamin D. We will see that calciferol induces specific calcium binding protein in the intestinal cell. ठीक है. They will sell that special type of protein. Go. The calcium is available. You trap the calcium, bring it to the circulation. That is the role of calciferol. After 40s के बाद generally person used to have a low activity in the gut level. इसीलिए 40 साल के बाद में देख समझ के खाओ. You need to have a proper dietary restrictions because your system is becoming weak. अगर आपका gut issue हुआ ना, every system will going to get disturbed because if not proper reabsorption is happening properly inside your body, definitely you will suffer from the many type of diseases. ठीक है. So what they will do, this calciferol they will go into the intestinal cell and they will try to bind, they try to induce the special type of protein which will going to bind the calcium and try to bring again back into the circulation. Okay. Now the increases the reabsorption of the calcium and increase the blood calcium level. These calciferol they will going to induce the special type of binding protein from the intestinal cell and they will try to reabsorb the calcium and bring back into the circulation. Now calciferol stimulate calcium uptake by osteoblast of the bone and promote the calcification. What it is doing that? First point, it is trying to bring back reabsorption. Second point, that it is there in the circulation. Now you can't leave the calcium into the circulation emptily. They need to dump it somewhere or other way. What they will do? They will try to take the calcium from the blood circulation and they will going to give you the bone so that the bone can utilize it and there will be the formation of osteoblast activity inside your body. ठीक है. Two functions major क्या है? It is not only reabsorption, it is reabsorbing and increasing the blood calcium level. Point 1. Point 2. It is also promoting the osteoblastic activity inside your body by promoting the calcium reabsorption. ठीक हो गई बात? Second thing is a parathyroid hormone. Parathyroid hormone elevated the serum calcium level. Point. अब यहाँ पे देखिए आप, you should be remembering this point. पैराथायरॉइड हार्मोन कहाँ रहता है? थायराइड के हार्मोन थायराइड ग्लैंड के पास पैराथायरॉइड ग्लैंड्स रहते हैं, बटन लाइक स्ट्रक्चर विच इज प्रेजेंट. So these parathyroid gland, what they will do? They will try to release the parathormone. Parathormone क्या करता? It will try to increase the blood calcium level by reabsorbing the more calcium from the intestine. Point 1. यहाँ पे important point क्या है मालूम? Hyper secretion of parathyroid hormone can lead to the falsely elevation of blood calcium levels. Point है ना जी? समझ में आई बात आपको? पैराथायराइड हार्मोन क्या करता? इट विल इंक्रीज द ब्लड कैल्शियम लेवल. अगर इफ समबडी इज सफरिंग फ्रॉम द हाइपर पैराथायरॉयडिज्म, इनडायरेक्टली एक तो पॉइंट हो रहा हाइपर पैराथायरॉयडिज्म, दे विल बी हैविंग अदर मेटाबॉलिक डिफेक्ट. एग्री. पॉइंट 2, अननेसेसरली इट विल लीड इनटू द इंक्रीजिंग द कैल्शियम लेवल. If increasing of blood calcium level is going to get happen, what will be the first sign we will able to see? अगर आपके अंदर ब्लड कैल्शियम बढ़ गया तो अच्छे से ना जी, क्या सबसे पहले क्या सिम्टम देखने को मिलता?
बोन्स में पेन.
बोन्स क्या? बोन्स तो लेटर ऑन. फर्स्ट सिम्टम नो. फर्स्ट नो. A most common thing,
fatigue.
renal stone.
कैल्शियम फॉर्म द स्टोन. एल्कलाइन
स्टोन अगर किसी को कंटिन्यूअसली बन रहा तो they should also check for the parathyroid gland. Might be they are not taking the calcium supplement. Generally अगर overdose of calcium ले लिया अगर आप तो calcium stone बन जाता है आपको. But आप calcium supplement नहीं ले रहे, even though it is getting formation of the stone. What is the cause? Parathyroid hormone. ठीक है? तो नीचे की चीज को ऊपर के एनालिसिस की जरूरत है. Everything is interrelated with each other. अब कोई पर्सन आया भाई आपके पास XYZ, he is not taking any kind of dietary sources through which the calcium uptake can happen, even though he is suffering from the calcium formation continuously, and you need to go for the parathyroid hormone check whether the hypersecretion is happening or not. ठीक है? Point है ना भाई? Now, third thing is calcitonin. Calcitonin, it is a product which is going to get secreted from the thyroid gland. Thyroid gland से three products निकलते बेटा, T3, T3, T4, calcitonin. TSH कभी भी thyroid gland से नहीं निकलता, वो anterior pituitary से निकलता. You should always remember. It is a stimulation one. ठीक है? कभी भी डिग्री होने के बाद में भी thyroid profile बच्चे याद रख लेते, उसके बाद thyroid gland T3, T4, TSH. No. The hormone which is going to get released from the thyroid gland, it is a T3, T4 and calcitonin. Thyroid stimulating hormone, it is going to be secreted with the anterior pituitary. Anterior pituitary secretion. Now, these calcitonin will going to release from the parafollicular cell of the thyroid gland, and it will be having the against the activity of the parathyroid hormone. What is the role of the parathyroid hormone? They will try to increase the blood calcium level, but it will also promote the osteoblast. It will promote the osteoblast, but it will try to secrete the unnecessary calcium through the urine, and it will try to bring the blood calcium level up to the normal. If somebody is suffering from the hyperparathyroidism में हो गया बच्चों, अगर किसी को hyperparathyroidism हो गया, hyperparathyroidism what will do? It will try to increase the blood calcium level. Point 1. ब्लड कैल्शियम लेवल इंक्रीज हो रहा, वो कैल्शियम किधर तो भी जाना ना, either it need to dump into the bone or it need to get eliminated from your body. So what this calcitonin will do? Calcitonin will go and monitor. They will try to give this calcium to the bones, or they will try to eliminate the calcium through the urine. Okay, that is the role of calcitonin. बात समझ में आ गई? So easy. Now coming to the disease state. Calcium concentration minimum one, very minor, 100%. बोलो
हमको बोलो रेगुलर कैल्शियम लेवल इंक्रीज है.
हाँ,
पीटीएच आपको पीटीएच आपको तो आइकन और पीटीएच.
हाँ,
और यूरिन का कैल्शियम लेवल इंक्रीज है.
नेफ्रोटिक डिजीज, नेफ्रोटिक डिजीज. चलिए डिजीज स्टेट. हाइपरकैल्सीमिया, ठीक है, हाइपरकैल्सीमिया, इंक्रीज कैल्शियम लेवल एसोसिएट विद द हाइपरपैराथायरॉयडिज्म. अभी बोले हम पॉइंट. ओके, एंड इंक्रीज इन द यूरिन कंसंट्रेशन, फॉर्मेशन ऑफ सिंपल. ठीक है. सेकंड इज हाइपोकैल्सीमिया. नाउ हाइपोकैल्सीमिया, डिक्रीज कैल्शियम एसोसिएटेड विद द हाइपोपैराथायरॉयडिज्म, isn't it? Now below 7 below 7, what is the normal level? 9 to 11. देखिए कभी भी याद रखो आप, किसी का ब्लड कैल्शियम लेवल 9 to 11, सब 9 to 11 इज द नॉर्मल वैल्यू. 8.9 आते हैं उसको एबनॉर्मल लेवल दिया, ठीक है, सिग्निफिकेंटली, ठीक है. बट इफ इट इज गोइंग बियॉन्ड द 7 देन इट विल बी कॉल्ड एज अ क्रिटिकल एरर. इन द सेम वे HB की नॉर्मल वैल्यू varies from person to person. 11.5 example in the cases of the female will be considering as normal value. किसी को 11.1 आते जब abnormal हो गया वो ट्रांसफ्यूजन नहीं शुरू कर देते हैं, ठीक है. that means that it is alarming, but if HB is falling below 7 then it will be called as critical alert. The critical alert for the HB is below 7. In this case also 9 to 11 it is a normal value. If somebody is getting 8.5, 8.9, 8.5, 8.6 like that, it is alarming that you should monitor. If it is going below 7 then it is fall under the critical alert. Okay, critical alert. ये दो differences है. Now coming to this, what it is saying, hypokalemia, if it is below 7 milligrams per 7 milligrams per deciliter in the plasma level, they should be treated with the oral calcium with vitamin D and the calcium gluconate IV. They should be treated with this. What they will do, they will try to enhance the reabsorption of the calcium from the food supplements. Okay? Now coming to the rickets, a most common child disease, isn't it? Defective calcification of the bone due to the dietary deficiency. अभी नहीं हो रहा, पहले बहुत दिनों में होता था. Deformity, spinal not having the calcium. Now osteoporosis, ये ज़्यादा देखने को, पुटियों में देखने को और osteoporosis. Osteoporosis means demineralization of bone, progressive of loss of bone mass. That means that बोन्स में से आपका कैल्शियम निकल के चले जा रहा है, ठीक है. लॉस ऑफ बोन मास, दैट विल बी कॉल्ड एज ऑस्टियोपोरोसिस. 60 स्टेज ऐसे लोग का व्हाई दे विल बी गोइंग टू हैव द डीमिनरलाइजेशन. दोस काइंड ऑफ थिंग विल बी कॉल्ड एज ऑस्टियोपोरोसिस. ऑस्टियोपोरोसिस तो किधर हम पढ़े, ऑस्टियोब्लास्ट, ऑस्टियोपोरोसिस, ठीक है. नाउ द लास्ट वन इज ऑस्टियोमेलेजिया. Osteomalacia, that means softening of the bone due to the demineralization. The bone becomes easily breakable. ठीक है. Osteoblast, osteoclast, osteoporosis, osteomalacia. That's all about the calcium. If anything is there, please do let me know. I am sitting. If anybody is having any kind of doubt, you can do let me know.